Hello, Dino. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes, welcome to the stage by the fire. Making his debut with us is the COO of Invisible Goat Studios, the company behind the Fables of Fyra, Dino. Dino, thank you very much for joining us, man. How are you doing today?
Doing well, doing well. Thanks for having me. Coming to you guys from
Whoa.
snowy Nashville, which isn't too normal, but we got hit with a snowstorm last night, so glad to be here. Anyways, yeah, I appreciate you guys having us on. I know we've got some really exciting news that we've been sharing with the community, and we got some more headed your guys' way. But figured today would be a great day to come on with you guys and share our roadmap. As you mentioned, I'm the COO of Invisible Goat Studios. I came on at the beginning of 2022 to really kind of take over and help Steven, our founder, with the non-creative, non-dev side of running the operations for the franchise, which really kind of includes helping manage and create the roadmap, ensure that we're hitting our deadlines, our timelines, and really ensuring we're delivering for the community, as well as helping identify, hire, and work with our various advisors, whether that be accounting, legal, working with different groups that can kind of help us push out our product and get it out there to the community. And then also helping kind of create and develop the in-game economic systems, which we think is a really, really important part of the play to earn space, obviously, and something that we've put a ton of attention and detail behind. So we're excited to start releasing this stuff and getting it out there, and it starts with the roadmap.
Yes. Yeah, so I mean, just recent developments I've seen with the game, like Coddle, or excuse me, so formerly known as Coddle Pets, but now Fables of Fyra. My girlfriend Sky is a big fan. She's had some streams where she plays the latest releases of the game, and just seeing how far it's come in such a short period of time, things look beautiful, and I know a lot of the community is very, very excited for all these upcoming developments.
Yeah,
Um,
even since I've come on at the beginning of 2022, we've made a tremendous leaps and bounds as we kind of really get ready to release the game, the first edition, which is the Awakening. And a lot of that is an ode to Steven and the development team and the individuals that they've been able to bring on to add to the team. So we've added a head of marketing that came on with background from Sony and PlayStation and some of those big AAA studios. And then, obviously just adding the various advisors where we needed to kind of add that support to really ensure that we're delivering a best in class product to the community, versus some of these other projects that are out there that are kind of more fly by night.
Awesome. You want to cut to my screen share?
Yep. Let's
awesome.
roll.
So we're gonna get the roadmap pulled up here for Dino to walk us through. A lot of really good stuff coming for the Fables of Fire project.
Yeah. And before we get into the specific events or dates and kind of the roadmap in general, there are four pillars that I really want to kind of share with the community, which was one of the reasons why I came on to join the studio, and one of the reasons why I think we're making so much progress so quickly. And a lot of that has to do with these four pillars, right? First and foremost, Invisible Ghost Studios has proven success and a very good reputation within the space, for not only listening to and delivering on the promises that we've made to the community, but really ensuring that we have an actual product that's out there. So our product, the Fables of Fyra, the Awakening, is ready for its initial release. And so this roadmap you see here, isn't built on a speculative product or whether it's to support the development of a product. We've used internal operating revenues and cash flows to develop and fully vet a product that we feel addresses a rapidly growing and really underserved market segment. And then of course we've gone out and gotten some of the best advisors and best teammates to add to the studio to ensure that we're delivering a top level project. I'm sure everybody in here and everyone out in the community has been a part of those understaffed projects that really deliver underwhelming, half-baked results, and that's one of the things that we really wanted to combat. And by adding the teammates and the horsepower to the studio, I feel that we've been able to do that as we get ready for our initial release. And then finally, our commitment to our roots. that was one thing that was really refreshing about Invisible Goat Studios when I joined, and one of the things that I really that really caused me to believe in the game and the franchise was the fact that we are committed to those individuals that were part of the Dragon Gardens, game, the Vulcanverse community, which is the backbone of what we developed with Dragon Garden. And then with no VC backing, we're really able to listen to the community and implement what they want versus what like I said, other people want, right? And so that allows us to ensure that our community remains at the forefront of the franchise, especially as we continue to grow this thing for the next 5-10 years. So now I'll get into the actual roadmap. So as I mentioned, last week was a big, exciting Wednesday for us. So every Wednesday, Walter hosts our weekly update, Twitch stream. And so on last Wednesday's the 9th, we released this roadmap. And now next Wednesday, we'll release the beginning sections of our white paper, which will go through NFT land utility, and we'll start getting into the various in-game economies, marketing efforts, etc. So now, one of the most exciting events on this timeline is March 23rd, and that's when we'll release our Phase 1 NFT land mint. So that land mint will be strictly for our existing community members, the Vulcanverse community, the Dragon Garden / Fables of Fyra community that's kind of been with us since the beginning. So those individuals will have access to discounted rates to mint. They'll have early access to the Fables of Fyra, the Awakening game. So you'll get to run around, play in the game, and really kind of learn what it's all about. See what we've been working hard on for the last year. And then there will also be special perks for holding what we're considering a gold key NFT mint. So we'll get into that a little bit further as we start releasing the white paper, but there will definitely be a ton of benefits with owning this very limited gold key NFT mint that'll start on March 23rd. Then, as we get through April and May, this is when that early access period will be open for the gold key NFT holders. So they'll have access to the Awakening, they'll be able to explore the land, partake in the initial quest, and then the gold key community will be able to provide feedback to us, so that way we can communicate with the dev team and with the marketing team, so that way we can really polish and ensure that the Fables of Fyra, the Awakening, when we release full go to the market, is really a top level, high-end, best-in-class release. In Q2 2022, we'll have our Awakening marketing campaign. So this will, with the rebranding process, will be complete. And then using not only the proceeds, but the input from the gold key NFT mint, we'll be able to really get out there, raise awareness. Heidi's developed some really great marketing campaigns and tactics and identified some really great partners for us to work with. So as we pass the 23rd and finish that land mint, we'll start really diving in and really hitting the marketing campaign and ensuring that the awareness for the Fables of Fyra reaches the broader public. And that will lead right into our late Q2 2022 Fables of Fyra public NFT land and Dragon Mint, which will be open to the public. But of course, our core members, our community members will have already had access to those NFT mints. And then late Q2, early Q3, that's when the fun really begins. So that's when the Fables of Fyra, the Awakening production release will go out. We'll be able to launch our play-to-earn platform, which will include our in-game economics and tokens, and then, of course, in-game NFT capabilities. Now, the most exciting thing I think about this roadmap is, well, maybe not the most exciting, but the thing that's most promising for everyone as we look at the overall franchise is the fact that once we finish our initial releases of the Awakening in late Q2, early Q3, we'll immediately begin starting on our future releases. So we've developed roughly 5 to 7 years of content right now that will be released into the current Fyra O'Year ecosystem, so the Fables of Fyra franchise. And we're continuously adding on to the back end of that to really extend this to a 10-year time frame. But we'll have our first set of quests, Fables of Fyra, a Light and a Dragon Dark, which will be chapter 1 release will come out, and then there'll be subsequent chapters that will be released over 3 to 6 months that really tell the background and lore of the overall ecosystem. So this is in addition to our average everyday quests that are built into the game, which will help you craft and develop your characters and develop your kingdom. We'll also have these underlying quests that will be released that really explain the lore that's been written to really kind of back up the overall Fyra O'Year ecosystem. And then, of course, as we get, as different trends emerge, as different gaming technologies come to fruition, we'll be able to evolve and build on those trends in the Fyra O'Year ecosystem, thus creating not a one-time shot or a one genre type or one game type ecosystem. It'll be a much broader ecosystem that will be offered to the community through the Fables of Fyra franchise.
Awesome to hear. I'm like, yeah, some of these dates, it's nice to have actual numbers on paper and see these dates. I know a lot of people have been curious about a lot of these for a long time.
Yeah, and Walter, that was a big thing, right? And that's one of the things that's really been a foundation or a pillar of our community or of our studio, is that we didn't want to put dates out there and then have to continuously push them out. So these are dates that we know that we can deliver on. These are dates that we're confident that our product will be ready and our game will be ready to be released. And really, much, which is a lot different than what we see commonly in the marketplace, is that we have a product that will be out there in 2022 with a play to earn aspect of it. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, it is like it's crazy to see how much is going on and in the works here with the project. I know there's been a ton of development up to this point, and I'm sure a lot to go. But I mean, just seeing everything in the works is getting me very, very excited. All the Fables of Fyra. It's going to take me some time to get used to. All the Fables of Fyra fans out there, there's a lot of very, very good stuff coming here. And Dino, thank you for going through all of that for us. So you did a very good job explaining all the stuff you guys have going on here. And for anyone in chat who has questions for Dino, I would have him here with us.
We did have one. We did have one above. That's great to hear. So Genesis Dragons will still have a value.
Absolutely. So there's going to be perks to owning Genesis Dragons and even Gen 1 Dragons. So like I said, we are staying committed to our community. Steven and the team have been definitely putting together some perks for those original holders. So as we start releasing the white paper and releasing those utilities for those, I think everyone's going to be really excited and be happy that they bought into the project initially.
Suppose we have one follow-up question. Jamie's concerned that you're actually building something and is wondering if you even crypto.
See, luckily I'm old enough to have lived through like the .com bust and all that other stuff. So there was definitely value to having an actual product, which is why I joined the studio, which is absolutely wonderful. So yes, we do actually crypto.
And so it seems like the main date to keep on your radar right now, everybody, is March 23rd. So the Phase 1 NFT mint for Fables of Fyra is going down then. Also, so the gold key NFT mint is happening that same day, do you know?
Well, so the gold key, that initial mint, we're considering or calling our gold key NFT mint, right? So like when you mint that land in that initial sale, which is targeted specifically for the original holders and the Vulcanverse community, that's going to have those perks. So there's 1,000 NFTs roughly. We're still kind of finalizing the final number, but so there'll be a limited number of those initial mints that will be available to the community.
Okay, so is that going to be tied into the land minting in any capacity, or will that be a whole separate?
No, that is the land mint. So like that land mint, that gold key is the land mint, you get the entire
Okay.
kingdom of Drekka with that mint on the 23rd. So on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, we'll be going through all of the land utility and really kind of espousing the details of the utility surrounding that land mint and what it means to be a gold key NFT holder, which is associated, like I said, with that initial limited edition land mint.
So Bergs wants to know.
He
He wants to know if you're going to bring down the network.
Yeah.
With
how many transactions a day do you think Fyra will bring?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to kind of see, but I think the network can handle it. I know we spoke with Jamie recently, and I know that network's been beefed up and running great. So we're excited to be a part of the Vulcanverse and kind of growing with you guys.
Awesome.
Yep. So there you go, guys. Dino, thank you, man. So March 23rd, everyone, keep on your radar. Play to Earn platform launching late Q2, early Q3. So a little bit later in the year. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, I mean, just seeing in the past couple months all the development that's been going on in that game, Fables of Fyra, all the different zones. Like I love in the little trailer we're looking at there, that zone where the dragon's running through like the mushrooms, like the neon luminescent mushrooms. Looks like a beautiful area there, and just like the art, all the zones, it looks so good. So very excited to stay up to date with all the new things coming out as they develop. Dino, thank you very much for taking the time here. Anyone in chat with any last questions for Dino while we have him here? Speak now or forever. Forget the phrase. Speak now or forever
Hold your peace.
Your peace. Yes, there it
yeah,
is.
that thing.
Jamie says
thank you,
platform
guys.
looks incredible, full Vulcan support.
Yep, Armega's glitch shirt is making me dizzy.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's.
Oh my god,
Stop
stop it. Stop that
Look at
immediately.
me.
I didn't notice before.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry for the distraction, everybody.
We got one more question for you here, Dino, before we let you go. From Bergs, which part of the game are you personally all right, sorry, we have two questions here before we let you go. Which part of the game are you looking forward to the most personally, Dino?
So my favorite gaming franchise is like the Zelda, Link, kind of that
those are awesome.
franchise there. So I'm really excited. So I like to read fantasy novels and whatnot. And our head of lore, Ryan Augusta, he's put together some phenomenal background lore behind the world. So I'm looking forward to being able this open kind of world where we can explore and you can kind of do these different quests. But as we release the chapters to the lore, which is like the first one is A Light and a Dragon Dark, I'm really looking forward to exploring those quests and just kind of really diving into the overall lore, because for me that throws back to like those original like Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda type games, which is right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, and I do really get the vibes of like those kind of games with this project as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait to get in there and start, especially when the play to earn rolls around.
Yeah.
I'm expecting big things for this game. It just looks so good. And hey, Ming, what is up, man? Good to see you. And our last question here for you from Fud FOMO Star. He asks, XP and lava integration on the roadmap? Question mark.
So we'll have our own economic system, which we'll be rolling out here coming up. So I'm going to hold on that question, but the Wednesday updates that we do on our Twitch, as we kind of roll out that roadmap, I don't want to give too much away regarding like overall integration of the blockchain and whatnot until we kind of finalize all those white papers. So just over the next couple weeks, we'll have those highlights on the Wednesdays, and that'll give you more detail for sure.
Awesome. And what? So your guys' Twitch account is twitch.tv/ is it Fables of Fyra now? / Fables of Fyra.
I don't know if it's undergone the name change yet. I know that's imminent. I think it's currently still /CoddlePets. I can check on that right now.
But yeah, so if you guys don't already, follow their Twitter account. They're going live every Wednesday now with weekly update shows that Walt hosts. So you can check those out to stay up to date with all the latest stuff going on there. And yeah, so we'll see. At the very least, let's go ahead and get so the Twitter, I believe I saw, is now Fables of Fyra.
Yeah,
So
I think Twitter,
Twitch is still. I got it here. Twitch is still CoddlePets for the moment.
Yeah. But I think Twitch and Telegram, all those have been updated. So I think that's the last one.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I'll put the Twitch in there. Ophid, I got a haircut.
He's just not
I
wearing
think I had
his.
it for last week's show. I
Yeah.
He's
can't
just not wearing
remember.
his
It was a week
headset.
or
That's
two
the
ago.
difference. You're used
Yeah.
to seeing this big thing around. Now he's got earbuds in.
Correct. El Radius. So Dino, correct. Dino is not oversized hat. Dino is the COO, while Hat is the CEO
Correct.
of Invisible Goat Studios.
Correct.
So yep.
El Radius, if there's anything, if you want to watch the recap, Armig will have the video up on YouTube not too long after the show is done as well.
Correct. Yeah, some really good stuff covered. The ears threw me. Yeah, it's the first time my ears are exposed. I'm pretty sure.
They're a lot smaller than they used to be.
Headphones on.
It's too hot in the desert. He can't handle all the headset.
Dino, so you personally, are you on social media at all? Are you active on Twitter, Instagram, anywhere where people can toss you a follow?
So I'm starting to get more active on there. I do have a Discord. It's capital D Dino 45, but not super active just yet. I will as I start to kind of like I said, as we get past the initial development phase, I'll start pumping out a bunch of that stuff as well, helping with the marketing campaign. So yeah, so in the near future I will be, and we'll have all that stuff posted on our website and as well as on our Discords and whatnot. So you'll be able to connect with me here coming shortly.
So trying to migrate over the fans only, get all that traffic. Gotcha. Sounds solid.
Gotta make the transition, you know.
Yeah, one thing at a time.
Sorry, did you mean OnlyFans there, Mega?
Yeah,
Fans
he did.
only?
I assume he did. I got
No, fans only is the more family-centric site.
Yeah.
God, what do you think Dino's doing over there
Yeah,
among
very
TGs?
PG, you know, I mean, come on.
All right, Dino, really appreciate your time, man. And we actually do have one more question here we want to get while you're up here. From Bakugo, great to see you, man. He asked, in future, will we be able to fight other dragons in the game? Is there any PvP type of stuff on the roadmap?
So we do have some concepts that we're toying with that will allow like PvP actions, but you know, we want to ensure that we keep with our core and our roots, which is the family-friendly, very you know, very age-appropriate version of the dragons. But we do have some maturation plans as the franchise grows, and like I said, there is some PvP and some you know, competition-based you know, games that are planned in the future.
You know, Dino, I kind of picture like honestly, dragons in this game are just not that vicious. So like, I kind of picture a PvP as like a dragon walking up and going poop in the shoulder, and then it's like,
oh,
you know?
taking damage.
It's
Well,
a very nice battle, you know, very nice battle.
Perfect. All right,
Yeah.
Dino, well, thanks a lot. We really appreciate having you on here today, and I'm sure people look forward to hearing more come the Wednesday updates.
Absolutely, thank you. I appreciate it, guys, and you have a great one.
Thanks, Dino.
Thank you. Cheers,
too.
Dino. Thank you, man.